What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Coming at you guys, well, we're throwing out a marker wash today. And today's a bit of a weird day. We have an update from YuGiOh as far as some new product coming out, as well as some information that happens with Pokemon. Now, the reason I really want to focus on Pokemon, because before, pre-pandemic, I guess you want to say, Pokemon was the first to start canceling events, to start shutting down worlds, and saying we're going to move worlds over next year. In fact, you can see over here, 2020 Pokemon Championship Series canceled. They were the first to do that. And then later on, as far as YuGiOh, we started canceling all our events and shutting everything down, basically. And basically what just recently happened, besides this happening with 2020 being canceled, we just had this happen today. Pokemon Worlds is canceled and moved to 2022. Now, this is something that's really... I don't know how to feel about this, and I really want your guys' comments down below. Not with just Pokemon. I mean, I'm a Pokemon player as well as YuGiOh player, but not just with Pokemon, but obviously with YuGiOh, because we want to know what's going on. Listen, Konami's dropping set after set after set after set, and even though I like remote duels, it's the same thing. Remote duel extravagances are really fun, don't get me wrong, and the ability to play every month in a big tournament is awesome. Smart idea by Konami, but that's it. We're used to going to regionals, and then we're used to going to YCS. Then we're getting ready and gearing up for nationals. And even though that structure is still needed work, it was something we were more used to. Remote duels is something that players are still getting used to as time goes on. Despite the fact that more players are joining remote duels, we want more physical events. But here's where it gets weird. If Konami is planning on moving YuGiOh Worlds, or YuGiOh or YuGiOh Nationals, to 2022, I think it's really important for us to know that, because that's going to obviously have an impact on the sales of cards. There's no reason to buy cards right now, for the only if you're not doing remote duels, if there's no YuGiOh Nationals. And I'm not talking about just over here in the in America. No. I'm talking about YuGiOh players in South America, YuGiOh players in Europe, even the OCG YuGiOh players. This impacts literally planet Earth. And Konami's going to get hit at multiple levels. Number one, their stock price is going to take a hit. By the way, stock price is listed on the Japan Stock Exchange, not American Stock Exchange. Someone commented in one of my videos about that. Yeah, no, you can't buy Konami stock in America. It's more a joke. You can only buy in Japan. But, yeah, no, Pokemon, they're basically packing their bags, and they'll say, we'll see you in about a year before we consider opening up actual events. Pokemon has an online platform. The Players' Cup, it's alright, I guess. It's not ideal, but it's there. And it's definitely going to impact the sales of Pokemon within the TCG, within the United States, as well as, once again, every other country. But looking at YuGiOh, I think this is big. I think seeing Pokemon do what they're going to do, it's more important for YuGiOh players to go gather around and go, okay, Konami, what about us? Because we haven't heard no news on the YCS. We haven't had no news on Nationals. We definitely haven't heard news on Worlds. The only news we're getting is, well, remote duels. And once again, I love remote duels. I think it's really fun. But I think if you're Konami, you're going to want to gear the players early on in the year, starting now, and saying, listen, Worlds is not going to happen. Nationals is not going to happen. As much as I physically want events to come back, it's just not going to happen. Me personally speaking, excuse me, I think we should have Nationals. I think we should have a YCS. I think we should gear up for that. As well as putting the proper precautions into place at these events. Of course, this has to coincide. One thing, this is not just Konami TCG going, yep, hit the switch, let's get everything back together. Of course, this is multifaceted, with convention centers actually allowing these to happen. Of course, this is multifaceted with Konami OCG giving it the green light. Of course, this is multifaceted with everything. I'm talking about like airlines, hotels. I mean, this is everything has to basically open up in order for these events to really fire off. For anyone that doesn't know what's going on as far as event-wise, everything was hit a big pause button roughly around March. I'm talking about like YuGiOh, Magic the Gathering, as well as Pokemon. Pokemon was the first out of all these events or all these companies to go, wait a minute, this is not good, we're gonna just chill. And then later on we saw Magic the Gathering almost immediately afterwards. And then YuGiOh doing it. I mean, YuGiOh was pretty late on the take, to be honest with you. I think there was a event in South America in which the night of, so people that flew down to South America, the night of, Konami's like, sorry about that, we're not doing it tomorrow. Enjoy your flight back. Like, it was that, like, super late. And I really don't like Konami being late in the take on a lot of this information. I understand Konami, hopefully, ideally, Konami's going, hey, let's try it. Let's try to get it going. Let's try to get it going. Try to get it going until the last minute, and I respect that. That's awesome. But we gotta have something, some communication to let us, the player base, know what's going on, what's the plan. I think it'd be really ideal, and I understand, once again, this is I want to use that word multifaceted, because I understand it's not just specifically Konami TCG, but it's at least give us a idea of what you want to do, an idea of what's gonna happen. That's what I would recommend. I would bring something on, go, here's some players, we're trying to get things open, we don't know, it's a slim chance, but if there's a slim chance we're gonna go for it, at least do that. At least it will give an opportunity for players to go, okay, here we go. But it's definitely going to hurt sales. It's definitely going to hurt, I mean, overall, if you say no. And I understand Konami does not want to say no, but what are we going to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really do want physical events to open up, but I'm not naive enough to go, boo-hoo, they're not opening up, this sucks. Like, I understand if they don't open up, but at least have a situation in place to let us know the direction we're going with this company, with this game, with physical events do one day opening back up. What's the idea and the goals? Once again, like I said, guys, Pokemon canceled everything and said, go enjoy Players Cup. This is going to destroy the sales of the newest sets, and it's gonna eventually impact Konami, because now everyone's looking at Magic the Gathering, everyone's looking at Yu-Gi-Oh! And going, that sucks. Please tell us what you're gonna do. And sometimes you gotta make a shitty decision. I mean, it just is what it is. One thing I will say that's pretty cool and pretty dumb at the same time is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Masterpiece Series Platinum Blue Eyes White Dragon. Only 1,000 of these are going to be made. You can buy directly on Konami's website, which is going to crash because this is Konami's website. Like, this is coming out. The pre-order date is spring 2021. The launch date is summer 2021. We don't even have an official release date. Only 1,000 of these are going to be able to be sold at $1,000 a copy. I'm going to try to get one. I know a lot of people are going to be trying to get one of these. This is going to be a cluster F. And the reason I'm saying that is because, one, you're actually going to have everybody go to a website at one single time. Two, 1,000 copies. What? Are you kidding me, dude? I would have said 10,000 and still didn't, but it looked at you like you're insane. This is going to sell out in about 40 nanoseconds. Everyone's going to crash the website. Everyone's going to be hitting refresh over and over and over again to try to buy one. People are going to get it to the checkout page, card information in, credit address in. They're going to hit process order, and the website's going to go, no, too slow. Do faster next time. I wish Konami good luck. Like I said, ideally, I'd like to get one of these. The most interesting part about seeing this is not just seeing this for what it is. It's going on eBay and watching the prices afterwards when scalpers just go on. Because it's going to get scalped, obviously. And scalpers going on here just wrecking the whole economy of the value of these things. But, yeah. I'm not trying to just be negative Nancy today, guys. Listen, if the events do get canceled, let's not pretend like we don't know why. We obviously know what's going on. And, excuse me, and events get canceled, there's nothing we can really do by screaming and yelling and throwing a fit, unfortunately. But the only thing I think we can focus on is remote duels. It's our only other option. Either that, or we just watch YouTube for about a year. Watch fun videos, cat videos, just like a year. And then we just go back to playing physical card games again. Everything goes back to normal, ideally. But that's literally all we can do. We're not the driver in this. We're not even the passenger in this. We're in a bus, and we're being dragged along outside of the bus on a bike with a string. Like, there's just nothing we're going to have the opportunity to do in this situation but make the best out of the results that are given to us. And I think that's what's happening with Konami. I think Pokemon as a company is making their decision early like they did last year. And I think eventually Yu-Gi-Oh! Would follow up. And my honest opinion, even though I wish Konami comes out and says, I don't know about Pokemon, but we're firing the doors up, boys. Let's get going. Like, I wish it would be that, but more than likely, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, at the end of the day, Yu-Gi-Oh's going to probably come out and say, yeah, we're not doing the same thing. Everybody's going to be pushing 2022. If you earned an invite for 2021, or 2020, I should really say, that fell to 2021, that's going to roll over to 2022. We're going to try to do more things for remote duels. Ideally, Konami, once again, please, like, you can't just be like, oh, we're going to have a remote duel extravaganza, and then we're going to have a bunch of remote duel locals, and that's it. You got to add more events. Like, you gotta. This is the problem Pokemon's having right now with the Pokemon Cup. The Pokemon Cup is really long and really stretched, and other than that, players casually play online. But that's really it. Unless you are very fortunate enough to go to physical locals with the Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic the Gathering, this is all you have as your option, and it's a terrible option. And with Yu-Gi-Oh!, with the emotional extravaganza, don't get me wrong, they're great, but add more. Add a team battle to Yu-Gi-Oh! It's really fun. Add more kind of events. Maybe online Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals with a certain cap of certain amount of players, and add it on a per store basis that can obviously run that event. These are things I think that would be great, would be smart. I think this is the only thing we have. I think Konami allowing Yu-Gi-Oh! Players to stream their events. I mean, whether they play at a remote extravaganza or locals is smart. I think these things we can start working on and start really promoting for the game. Like, there's a direction we're going to have to go here because, unfortunately, and once again, unfortunately, the situation is we're not going to be able to open up. And I get that. I'm with that. With Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen, even though I don't want it to. It just is what it is. So let's, since this is gonna happen this way, in a bad way, let's make it in a good way. Let's actually do more things. Just get players pumped about the game still. Because the remote duels play still have to buy physical cards, Konami. So that saves your card sales. Let's not be dumb about this. Like, that saves your card sales. Pokemon, card sales, they're gonna flatline. Jake Paul could only buy so much before it still flatlines. Like, nobody cares. Jake Paul, you're buying for collectors. Congratulations to you. This game's not doing anything right now. Have fun with yourself. But like with physical Yu-Gi-Oh, like you gotta use those cards for remote duels. So why are we not focusing on remote duels? I'm talking like a YCS remote duel where prize cards are mailed out to the winners of these events. I'm talking like side events with play mats and deck boxes and the regional deck boxes, which I know Konami has. In case anyone doesn't know, Konami likes to buy, whenever there's like a certain season, will buy a ton of original play mat, a ton of original deck box. Let's start firing those events up. People want those deck boxes, and more than likely people want those play mats. So why don't we hold more events for that? And once again, this is Konami. I'm talking about Konami OCG, not TCG. TCG is like, yeah. OCG is like, we don't know. And then they gotta like argue it out, like mom and dad. And dad's always, because, you know, dad's a breadwinner. He has always like whatever woman, and he does what he wants to do because, you know, whatever. So like Konami, negotiate with the OCG is what I'm trying to say, and fire these events off. Because if this is what's gonna be, and once again, I think it's very rational for it to be this, by the way. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's really make remote duels more easier and more accessible for everybody. I'm talking like, you know, promote videos of content creators as remote duel setups. If you're shilling them out to sell you your product to us that we're already going to buy, why don't you shill them out to create videos to promote remote dueling? And you could go, well, V, he did it already. Yeah, like a year ago, 6 months ago. Konami, you want sponsor players to do remote dueling? Do it right. Get it going. Make those videos. Like, what are we doing here is what I'm trying to say. Oh, we're going to send you some product to open on in front of a camera? Boo. How about you go ahead and have them doing videos on how to set remote dueling up for the average Joe? A video with an iPhone, an iPad, Android device users, if you have any of those guys, make them do their videos for their people. Videos of just how to set it up, what's needed, what's ideal, all that. Make multiple videos. Do multiple content creators. They will do it for you, Konami, and you know they will. Stop sending them product from the open and go, wow, crazy excited face, boring. Make it something more exciting as far as getting players involved in remote duels. Once again, I think this is something that can be a huge opportunity for players that want to actively participate in these types of events, as well as having more events. I think this is the direction we're going. We're going to be in here for at least Paisanos another year. Hopefully it'll be less. But if this is the direction we're going to go, let's do it correctly. Stop with this dumb, boring, mindless thing of every month remote extravaganza, remote locals, call it a day. People are going to get burnt out real quickly on that. No one's going to want to play in yet another winner mat. Nobody's going to play in yet another locals, even though locals are amazing. No one's going to want to do that over and over again if there's nothing higher for them to go through. You know what I'm saying? And if you go, well, V, you got the remote extravaganza, dude, that only could be done for so long, for so much, and after a while, people do get burnt on that. And that's not just me talking. That's a lot of players I've also talked to that have dealt with this. That are just like, I want more, but this is what we have. Once again, ideally, I would love to see events open back up. Ideally, I would love to see hearing about a YCS happening next month in Charlotte. That'd be awesome. I don't know the whole contract situation between Konami and the convention center in Charlotte, but with the pandemics, I know with Pokemon, everything rolled over. Pokemon said they were going to have Worlds this year in 2021 in England. They're just rolling that over to 2022 in England. So they basically got to keep their contract. It just got moved forward. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen with Yu-Gi-Oh, where everything gets moved forward. So I think it was in March. They're gonna have the YCs, I believe, so that all gets moved forward. So that could be a thing, but who knows? But I'm gonna say right now, I think it's not gonna happen. I wish it does. Oh my god, how cool would that be going to YCS? Oh, I never thought I wanted to be like squished against so many people. Why everyone puts their fingers on a piece of paper with a bunch of names to see who you're playing next round, and the dumbasses go and they slap their hand on the table and I'm John, your table A. They just want to take a fucking bat and bat their fucking skull in because it's like, hey, prick, nobody cares about you and your idiot friends. Like, let me look at the paper. Anyway, that's a personal thing. But ultimately, let's get the ball rolling on remote duels because this is all we have. And if anyone out there has not done remote dueling, please check out my remote dueling video. Please go to one remote duel locals. Just give me one. Just give me one. That's all I ask for. One remote duel locals, and you will enjoy it. There's a lot of great shops doing remote duel locals every single day. Grandmaster Games is definitely like the be-all end-all. Check them out every single day. There's a lot of other great shops I think you guys would really enjoy. Pick one. It doesn't even pick whatever one you want, and I guarantee you'll have a fun time playing the remote duel locals. I guarantee you, no doubt in my mind, they are great if you are new to them. For those who have been going to remote duel locals over and over again, going to Extravaganza over and over again, don't worry. Hopefully, Konami rolls something out that we can all enjoy and give us that next level of gameplay. I do think it's going to happen. I do think with Remote Duel Extravaganza being rolled out and all these other Remote Duel events, I think Konami is trying to find more ways for us to do it. The question is what's happening next and how we're going to be able to get involved in that next. And that's going to be something really interesting to see. Anyway, guys, hopefully I'm wrong about the Konami thing. It's whatever, either way. I'm just letting you know Pokemon's shutting down. Excuse me. Pokemon shutting down. I shaved my face is all red. Pokemon shutting down for a year, and ultimately we're gonna see this happen with every other card game. Hopefully not, but it's more than likely going to be the situation. Understandably, by the way. So Konami says we're shutting down. Can you guys just not complain? First of all, Konami's a bunch of softies. Like, that's why they don't communicate to the community, because they don't want to hear backlash, because they're a bunch of softies. Like, I'll tell them to the face this. I told them to the face this. Like, quit being a bunch of softies. Like, you know, whatever. But, like, understand that they're just doing it because it is for the safety of everybody. I totally get it. As much as I don't like it, I get it. Eat your vegetables. That's literally what it is. Anyway, I really appreciate you watching my videos. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't worry about it. We're gonna have Yu-Gi-Oh! Remote Duels events popping up. I do believe that Konami's going to give us more than what we're just currently getting, because what we're currently getting is good, but there's always opportunity for improvement, and Konami has really, I mean, let's be honest, that's one thing we can say. They have honestly stepped up and really changed the way we actually enjoy the game in the past year, and I think they will continue to do that as we move forward. So keep an eye out. Go on this outdated website and check it out. There's going to be a lot more. It's your boy Vin, YuGoPaisanos. You guys all have a great day.